Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Mandy. In today's video, we are going to practice the food part 2. Get your 田字格 ready and the pens ready. Before we start any food words, there is one word which is so important we should learn first, is the 火, fire. So to write the 火, we write the 2 dots first and then write the 2 big stroke. Okay, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. This is 火. And here is a picture of the evolution of 火. Alright, now let's try to write the 火 one more time. Start with the 2 dots and then the big stroke. Pretty easy, right? Okay, the first word for today is something related to the 火, which is 火锅, hot pot. So we already know how to write the 火, and this is how we write the 锅. So it's a left-right structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is on the left, and on the right, very good. Now let's take a good look at the 锅. On the left, this is the metal radical. Because a pot is made of metal, right? Makes sense? And on the right part, which is this one. Okay, this is a very interesting word. It serves as a sound radical here. It has the sound of 我, while this is 锅. So it brings the O sound to the 锅. Actually, I want to talk a little bit more about this part, because you can picture it as a pot with 3 stands. So this is a pot, like the top part, this is a pot, this is a pot and lid with 3 stands. 1, 2, 3. Just like 1, 2, 3. My drawing's bad. Let me show you a picture. So, speaking of the pot, let's talk a little bit more about the history of pot. In ancient China, the pot is not only for making food, but also for religious purpose, like praying to the god, wishing for good weather, healthy body, safety, and harvest. So pot play a very important role in the Chinese culture. That's why you can see a lot of ancient pots in the museum in China, like these. This is a picture I took in the museum in Wuhan, Hubei province. If you're interested in seeing how ancient culture combined with the modern city, check out this video. I will drop a link down below in the description box. Okay, so let's get back to the 火锅. Now we have the word 火锅. Okay, let's write it here again. 火锅. So literally, it means fire pot, like pot on fire, hot pot. I know, if now you go to a hot pot shop, you will see they use electricity to make hot pot. But before we have the electricity, we use fire to cook. Anyway, so now we know fire pot is hot pot. Just now we used the fire character in the words. Is that possible that the fire character became a fire radical? Yup, that is the next word we are going to practice, which is 炒. You will see there is fire radical on the left. Let's start from the left to the right. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the character 火, you have to squeeze it on the left. So it became smaller. And thinner. Okay, so this is 炒 on the left, and on the right it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. This is 炒. Let's take a good look at it. On the left, this is the fire radical. And on the right, this is 少. This is the sound radical. Because we have 炒. 少. Give the sound to 炒. Alright? Stir fry noodles, like the fried noodle, 炒面. Like we already learned how to write the 面 in the last video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Okay, now let's try to write the 炒面. We have 炒 and then 面. Okay, so the 面 have two meanings, right? I'm gonna explain it one more time. The 面 have two meanings. One is flour. So you can use the flour to make noodle. So that's its second meaning. The first meaning, flour. Second meaning, noodles. So here in 炒面, it means noodle. And what else do we have? And we have 炒饭, stir fry rice. This is how we write the fun. It's a left-right structure, and you can see the food radical on the left. We go 1, 2, 3. Very good. Let's take a good look at it. On the left, this is the food radical. This part. This is the food radical. And on the right, this is 饭. This is the sound radical. It gives the sound fun to fun. Alright? So, fun, it means rice. There's one thing that you need to pay attention to is fun also have two meanings. The first meaning is rice, like the rice you eat. And the second meaning, it means meal in general. And now we have 炒饭. Let's try to write 炒饭. 炒饭. And here, the 饭, this one, it means rice. To be more specific, this is stir-fried rice, 炒饭. So questions, when will the 饭means meals? Alright, I'm going to give you an example. We say 吃饭. In this case, 吃饭, the 饭, this one, it means meal. So 吃 means eat. 吃饭, eat meal. In conclusion, the first meaning, rice, we can see it here. The second meaning, meal, we can see it here. I know some of you might have a following questions about this rice and meal things. How about I do have the meal, but my meal is rice. So how to be more specific saying that I have the rice, like I have the meal and the meal is rice. Okay, in that case, we could say 吃米饭. Alright, so in this case, 吃 is eat, 米 is very, very specific. You are talking about that rice and grain. 饭 is the meal, right? So 吃米饭 is very, very clear that you have the meal and your meal is rice. Move on to the next word. 饺子, dumpling. This is how we write the 饺. It's a left-right structure. On the left, we can see a food radical. Alright, now let's start from the left. 1, 2, 3. This is the left part, a food radical. And on the right, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take a good look at it. On the left, this is woohoo! This is the food radical. And on the right, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 饺. It's a sound radical because this is 饺子. 饺子. So it brings the sound 饺 to the 饺子. This is how we write the 字. Here we go 1, 2, 3. Very good. So this is 字. It's a neutral tone. Very good. So now we know how to write the 饺子. Okay, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 饺, and then 字. Very good. Since we're talking about the dumpling, 饺子, so of course we're gonna talk a little bit about the stuffing. Okay, usually the stuffing could be pork, beef, lamb, and vegetables, right? So let's try to write those stuffings. First of all is to write the meat, 肉. This is how we write the meat. We go 1, 2. It's a very big stroke. And then filled the inside. Okay. There's a saying that the roll is like the pattern on the meat, like this, but it's not authorized. I think it kind of makes sense. Anyway, so the roll means the meat. Now we are going to practice to write the other meat, like pork, beef, lamb, and fish. And the pork is pig meat. Alright, pig meat. Like we already learned how to write the pig in the animal episode, right? If you haven't watched that, go watch it. Maybe later. Let's finish this one first. Okay, so pork is pig meat. So to write pig is 猪. Okay, so we are going to write 猪肉. That would be the animal radical. And then this is the 猪 and the 肉. Very good. Okay, and beef. Beef means equals to ox plus meat. So that would be 牛肉. Okay, 牛肉. Let's write the 牛. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 肉. Very good. And the next one, lamb. So lamb equals to goat plus meat. So that would be 羊肉. 羊肉. Let's write the 羊. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, these 3 strokes, they are in different length. This is the medium one, short one, and the long one. And then 肉. Very good. That's 羊肉. And let's try fish. So the fish means fish meat. So fish meat would be 鱼肉. 鱼肉. Okay. 鱼肉. So usually, if you are talking about 鱼, we will think, is the fish, and 鱼肉, it's very obvious. It's the fish meat. These are the meat we have. Let's say I'm vegetarian. I'm not gonna eat meat. So how do we write vegetables? This is how we write the vegetables. 菜. It's a top, medium, bottom structure. Okay, and we have a grass radical on top. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, and then very good. Now let's take a good look at it. On the top, this is the grass radical, and in the middle, which is this one, this is the hand radical. Okay, it looks nothing like a hand, but when you reach your hand like this, it emphasizes the hand action. A few videos ago, we learned about the words 可爱. So we have this part. So they are the same hand radical, and it emphasizes the hand action. So this is the hand radical. Usually it has something to do with the hand action, like you're petting a cat or a dog. Wait a second, I'm gonna find my cat. Okay, this is my cat. I'm gonna pet her, so my hand is like this. Okay, now let's continue. Let's get back to the thigh and the bottom part, which is right here. This is the wood radical. So it has something to do with the wood or the plants. So think about it. We have grass and hand and plants. So imagine now you're in a farm. You have all the vegetables, and when it's time to harvest the vegetables, you use your hand to go reach the vegetables. You go to grab some vegetables from the land. That's the story about this character, Cai. Alright, so now let's try to write Cai one more time. 1, 2, 3. This is the grass radical, and then the hand radical. So you use your hand to grab the plants. That is Cai, vegetables. Alright, so now we have a lot of words here. So now let's try to combine them. Alright, let's try to say pork dumpling. 猪肉饺子猪肉饺子 So it's a pretty long words. You know, most of the words in Chinese, there are only 2 to 3 character, right? So there are already like 4 character. So, you know, every language we try to be lazy. And in this words, you can drop the 子. You can just say 猪肉饺. Because the 子 in here, it doesn't have much meaning. It just serve as a syllable to make the 饺子, the word sounds more complete. But the 子 itself, it doesn't have much meaning in here. So we can drop off the 子. Alright, now let's continue. How about beef dumpling? Beef dumpling, we have 牛肉饺子. Again, we can drop off the 子. Just say 牛肉饺. Alright, move on to the next one. Let's say lamb dumpling. It's 羊肉饺子. Again, we can drop off the 子. Alright, so these are the 3 most popular stuffing to make dumpling. And as for the vegetables dumplings, we say 菜饺子 or 菜饺. This is 菜. We can drop off the 子, 菜饺. Very good. Move on to the next word, 汤, soup. So obviously on the left part we can see the water radical. This is the water radical because soup is made of water. From the left to the right, we go 1, 2, 3. And then a very big stroke. Yeah. And then last 2. Okay, this is tongue. Let's take a good look at it. On the left, this is our old friend, which is the water radical. Radical. And on the right, this one, this is a very big stroke, 2 sharp turning. And then this is, the sound of it is yang. it's a sound radical. So it gives the sound to the tang. Alright, so this is tang soup. Let's try to write the tang one more time. We go 1, 2, 3. Very big stroke. Very good. Now let's make a little bit of combination. So we know tang and we know the noodle soup. But in Chinese, we say soup noodle. So soup noodle would be tang mian. Okay, tang mian. Let's write it here. We have tang mian. So that would be the soup noodle. Very good. And if you want soup dumpling, that is 汤饺. Now we have the soup and dumpling. So that's soup dumpling. Alright, now let's make more combination, okay? Let's say beef soup. Beef soup would be 牛肉汤. So we know 牛 and then 肉 and then 汤. Okay, now we have ox meat soup. And ox meat means beef. Okay, 牛肉汤. And you can make as much combination as possible. Let's make like 猪肉汤, 鸡肉汤, 羊肉汤, and continue. The more you practice, the better you will get. That's all the food words we're going to learn today. So now it's time to make some sentences. So we need some verbs, right? In the last video, we learned about the words eat. Eat is 吃. Okay, let's do a very quick review. 吃, which means eat. We have the mouth radical. On the right part is like someone opened his mouth wide. Okay, a big mouth here. 吃, which means eat. And we also learned the other verb, which is 要, want to, right? 要. We have the top and then a female radical on the bottom. 要. Very good. It means want. But today we need one more verb, which is to drink. 喝. This is how we write 喝. Okay, I know it looks complicated, but don't freak out, okay? Let's take a look at the left part. This is the mouth radical. The complicated part is on the right, okay? All right, now let's try to write it. Whew. On the left, we just need the mouth radical. On the right, let's take a look at the top-bottom part. Top-bottom part, it's a sun radical. It's sun. And right bottom, this is the complicated part. We go 1, 2, make sure it's big enough because we are going to fill in a lot of stuff. We fill in a people and something like this. Whew. This is 喝, which means drink. Let's take a good look at it. On the left, we already know that this is the mouth radical. And problem is on the right. It's 和, it's the sound radical because it gives the sound 呵 to 呵. It's this is a very old part. It was commonly used in ancient Chinese, but not in modern Chinese. To help you to memorize it, you can kind of cut it in 3 parts, right? You just need to remember on the left it's a mouth radical, and on the top right it's sun radical, and on the bottom it's like something like this, but make sure it's very big and there is a person inside and the person's gonna drop. So you need something to kind of support the human being, right? And then put them all together. It would be, okay, mouth, sun, big space, human being, support. Yeah, that's all I can think about. All right, now we have all the food word we want and we have all the verb we want. Now let's do the practice. Let's write some sentences. Okay, so to say, I want to eat dumplings, that would be 我要吃饺子. So that would be 我要吃饺子. All right, now let's make a longer sentence. Let's say I want to eat beef hot pot. Beef 牛肉 hot pot 火锅. So that would be 我要吃牛肉火锅. 我要吃牛肉火锅. Very good. And now let's say I want to drink soup. So that would be 我要喝汤. 我要喝. Don't freak out. Let's take it one step by step. So mouth, sun, big space, people, support. Very good. 我要喝汤 water radical. A very big stroke. Very good. Let's make the longest sentence in this video. Let's say I want to eat fried rice and drink beef soup. Oh, that's a very long sentence. 我要吃炒饭.喝牛 Very good. That's a very long sentence. Try to make your own sentence. The more sentence, the better. Okay, so that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoy practicing the food. And this is the part 2 of the food section, and we still have one more to go. So I will see you in the next video.